Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense has the ball for the first time. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go.
There he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He's got him all down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To the air, it's Raiola. Got his man out of the backfield. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
Looking to get it in. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They took it 64 yards right down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Well, after not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. They're setting up the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bruins come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it. And the Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Working that left side now. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll try the running game off the right tackle. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. 2024 was a transition year for UCLA. New coach, new schemes. But one surprise was Carson Schlesinger, 3rd in the nation in tackles. He's now in the NFL, David. So what's the big adjustment for this defense?
Well, I tell you what, the team finished strong. And whenever you change coaching staffs, you need that believe, that buy-in moment. Finishing 4-2 down the stretch, I thought was a good thing. So can the defense swarm? Can they game tackle? Who's the next guy in this rotation that's going to step up and make plays?
And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has wide open spaces. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. The Cornhuskers are flying down the field. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Thanks for grab. Lots of running room. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented, but you saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Barney. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job.
And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants, and
he's got it on the left. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air. It's Iamaleava. He'll pull it down. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag. You can grab, but you can't hold on. Defensive holding. They will give this offense a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
It'll be third and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Bring in the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. The Bruins decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This time it's complete. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Here's a quick throw out to the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To throw, it's Iamaleava. Finds his big tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. On the run, it's Berger. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Now on 2nd down. DB's right up on the receivers. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, UCLA!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Got his man. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Huskers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his target down the middle. He's loose. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. To the air on first down. Unleashes one. It's caught downfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Gurney on the Jets. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be...
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Bruins.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like too heavy.
Unloads it downfield. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, when you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Pass is in. And we dwindle. 7 seconds.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, with just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front.
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's down, he'll lose a couple. The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the catch. It's Woods. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 37. The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Good timing on the quick out. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Got it in the middle. It's Woods. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on third down. Setting up the screen. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. The Bruins are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Tough linebackers getting after quarterbacks. The Huskers have a rich tradition of that.
Yeah, and you think about the black shirts, and you hear that if you're a Nebraska fan, you know exactly what that means. Got it.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the Bruins will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and punted away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wide receiver going in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Barney. You'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
He runs out of bounds at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
Now on first down from the 28. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Flips it out on the screen. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out. .41 with a first down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Nelson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Oh, out of space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskers! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with the score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend, but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Wide open downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll leave it with him. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He makes a catch. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. On the direct snap, it's Parker. He'll pull it down and run. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Parker. That's caught. It's Ives. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Now he's going to break the pocket. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Parker. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. And the Huskers will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's Raiola. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Nelson. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes a grab over the middle.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple minutes left. You've got the horses to get you there, but it's all about getting the drive started with a positive play, and they found that on that last one.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout, and they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it to the right here. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock.
It's a seam walk. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Looking for a man. It's Iam Aliaba. Keeps the play going. Pocket breaking down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down.
Now, fourth down.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Oh, he's got some space. An explosive play in the running game. Got the first down.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
On first down from the 13-yard line. Caught in the backfield is Bonner. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down, he'll throw it. He caught it. Touchdown, Husker. And the beatdown has ensued. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the
winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.